When you can't make it to City Hall or the school board meetings, local journalists from the Brainerd Dispatch will be there to report the facts and get your questions answered. Local news works for you. Stay up to date at BrainerdDispatch.com. Good morning, Brainerd Lakes area. It's Thursday, October 16th. I'm Teresa Burke with your Brainerd Dispatch Minute, the weekday podcast of the Brainerd Dispatch, brought to you by Ray Boyne & Francis Law Firm and Riverwood Healthcare Center, catching you up on the news of the Brainerd Lakes area. Here are today's top local headlines. But first, let's hear from one of our sponsors.
Riverwood Healthcare Center, a top 100 critical access hospital offering advanced surgical solutions, plus a wide range of primary and specialty care at clinics in Aiken, Garrison, and McGregor. Learn more at riverwoodhealthcare.org.
Amazon is delivering 3,000 packages a day in the Brainerd Lakes region out of its newly opened delivery station in Baxter. The goal is to get up to 10,000 packages by the end of the year. A ribbon cutting for the new facility took place this week. Mayor Darrell Olson presented Amazon with a plaque from the city and thanked them for choosing Baxter. The 50,000-square-foot delivery station is near Simonson Lumber off Timberwood Drive. It opens September 11th. Managing editor Renee Richardson has the full story in today's e-edition and at BrainerdDispatch.com. The community came together this week to honor the lives lost to domestic violence in the past year and stand in solidarity with survivors. The Candlelight Vigil at Lyman P. White Park recognized Domestic Violence and Awareness and Prevention Month. There was 24 known victims of intimate partner and domestic violence-related homicide in 2024 in Minnesota. Each of the victims' names were read aloud by local law enforcement officers, and a poster placed with each luminary told the victims' stories. Reporter Tim Spire covered the event and has more details in today's Dispatch e-edition and online. Potential budget cuts, concerns for student well-being, and differing points of view escalated tensions at the latest Brainerd School Board meeting. Read the latest in my story in today's e-edition. For 1 week in September, Minnesota law enforcement cited nearly 1,000 people for not wearing a seatbelt or properly securing children. Outside the metro, the Brainerd District of the Minnesota State Patrol recorded the highest number of seatbelt citations, issuing 65 during the week-long campaign. The Office of Traffic Safety coordinated the extra enforcement campaign with 254 law enforcement agencies across the state. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration provided campaign funding for overtime enforcement and awareness in support of the Towards Zero Deaths Safety Program. Read more in today's e-edition. Now let's hear from another sponsor.
When insurance companies care more about their profits than your injuries.
Ray Boyne Francis gets it done. 828-9211.
From former Dispatch publisher Terry McCullough's column, This Was Brainerd, exploring the Dispatch archives, here's today's tidbit of local history, brought to you by Mills Automotive Group. 80 years ago today, in 1945, the Dispatch reported that plans for a homecoming reception for Colonel E.B. Miller and officers and men of the 194th Tank Battalion moved closer today as Miller and Major Ed Burke and Captain John Scotty Muir landed in San Francisco. They had sailed from Honolulu a week ago on the SS Storm King. For a daily dose of This Was Brainerd, visit BrainerdDispatch.com or find McCullough's column in the newspaper or e-edition. Now here's today's Lakes area forecast, brought to you by JN Tree Service and Landscaping.
Storm Tracker.
Happy Thursday, Brainerd Lakes area. We're looking at receiving those rain showers earlier today with overcast skies to follow, otherwise highs in the mid-60s with slightly breezy conditions out of the southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Otherwise, we could receive a shower later in the evening, otherwise staying cloudy with lows getting into the mid to upper 50s to start your Friday, where we'll be partly cloudy. There's a slight chance of a rain shower throughout the day, otherwise seeing very similar high temperatures and some windier conditions, 15 to 25 miles per hour. Otherwise, going into Saturday, we'll see mostly cloudy skies, but staying dry and seeing slightly cooler temperatures in the upper 50s. But then Sunday is where we'll see lots of sunshine and highs in the mid to upper 50s. Definitely the pick day of the weekend. Otherwise, next week, we're looking at cooler temperatures and a more settled weather pattern to follow. This is Storm Tracker meteorologist Stefan Zendi.
Thanks to Mills Automotive Group, Ray Boyne & Francis Law Firm, Riverwood Healthcare Center, and JN Tree Service and Landscaping for their support. And thank you for listening to the Brainerd Dispatch Minute. For more news throughout the day and for information on becoming a subscriber, visit BrainerdDispatch.com. Have a great day, and we'll catch you tomorrow.